Good morning to everyone. Dear students, in the last class we learnt about the different types of hybridization. In that we learn sp hybridization and sp2 hybridization with example how the covalent bond is formed. Okay, for sp hybridization it is linear shape. Example is beryllium chloride. We have to know about the atomic number of beryllium and electronic configuration. In the outermost shell, in the 2s electron, here outermost shell means 2s2. Is this 2s2 electron should be promoted to one of the electron into p orbital. Okay, how many orbitals are there? 2 sp orbitals are present. So that's why one sp is bonded with one chlorine atom and other sp is bonded with the other chlorine atom. This is the structure of beryllium chloride, and chlorine gets a octet structure because chlorine in the outermost shell there are 7 electrons, and it attracts the 1 electron from the beryllium. It gets a 8 electron in the outermost shell. So chlorine gets a 8 electrons in the valence shell. Which atom contains 8 electrons in the valence shell? That acquires a octet structure. Okay, this is the structure of beryllium chloride, linear shape, 180 degree. Okay, next, second example is sp2 hybridization. Here intermixing of 1s and 2p orbitals. This is trigonal planar shape. This is also BF3. Outermost shell 2s2, 2p1. In that the 2s2, that should be, in the 2s2 the one of the electron should be go promoted to another p orbital. It gets how many orbitals are there? 1 2 3 hybridized unpaired electron. Okay, containing unpaired electron, 3 orbitals are there. This is the unhybridized orbital. Okay, this will form the pi bond and this will form the sigma bond. Okay, this is the structure of BF3, and this is the, what is the bond angle is 120 degree. The shape is trigonal planar shape. Okay, next one is dsp2 hybridization. The shape of the molecule is square planar shape. In the last two examples, in the last two hybridization, it means in the sp hybridization they are giving a molecule, and sp2 hybridization also they giving a molecule, but in the dsp2 hybridization they gave a complex. They gave a complex example. Okay, complex formation. You know that what is complex? It means the central metal, the transition element, the central metal atom, the central metal ion bonded with ligands. Bonded with ligands. The central metal atom is positive, this ligands is negative and a neutral. Okay, this will be, you have to learn in your second PUC classes, that is coordination compounds. Here the central metal atom is d block elements. Okay, d orbitals that should contain a d transition elements or a d block elements, that should be considered as a center metal ion. This central metal ion that should be bonded with the ligands, that is negative and a neutral. Okay, here they giving a nickel, first we have to name the ligand, tetra cyano nickel 2 complex. Okay, it means the formula is NiCN. Nickel means Ni, cyano means Cn. How many atoms of cyano is there? 4. And this coordination compound should be written in the square bracket 2 minus. Okay, this is the complex. In that, first we have to know about the outermost electronic configuration of nickel. Okay, here we have to know about the outermost electronic configuration. In that, this is the ligand and this is the nickel. This ligand, it means cyanide is a behaves as Lewis base. You know that what is Lewis base means? It donates a pair of electron. Lewis acid antandre it accepts a pair of electron. Lewis base means it donates a pair of electron. Okay, pair of electron. So cyanide donates a pair of electron to bond with the nickel. Here nickel, it does not donate a pair of electron. Here cyanide donates a pair of electron. Here how the bond will form, you have to know about that. ಹೇಗೆ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ನಿಕ್ಕಲ್ಲು ಮತ್ತು ಸೈನೈಡ್ ಮಧ್ಯೆ ಅಂತ ಅಂದರೆ, ಹಿಂದೆ ಎರಡು ಹೈಬ್ರಿಡೈಸೇಷನಲ್ಲಿ ಸೆಂಟ್ರಲ್ ಮೆಟಲ್ ಆಟಮ್ ಅಂತ ಅಂದರೆ, ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಇಯರ್ ಫಾರ್ sp hybridization beryllium makes a 2 unpaired electron orbitals. Okay, here boron makes a 3 unpaired electrons, but here the cyanide makes a lone pair of electrons with nickel to bond. So that's why here nickel makes a vacant orbitals. Okay, not a unpaired electrons to bond with the ligand. Here nickel makes a vacant orbital. How many vacant orbitals are need to bond with cyanide? Here you have to know about that. How many vacant orbitals are needed for nickel? 4, because here 4 cyanide ion. This 4 cyanide ion is bonded with the nickel. Okay, here cyanide makes a bond with nickel and nickel provide 4 vacant orbitals. Okay, why the nickel provide vacant orbitals? Because cyanide give a electron pair, not a unpaired electron. They giving a electron pair. Electron pair means it has a 2 electrons. So that's why how many electrons are need to form the bond? It needs 2 electrons. So that's why these 2 electrons should given by cyanide. So the nickel should provide a vacant orbitals, 4 vacant orbitals. Okay, next we move on to the outermost shell electronic configuration is 3d8 4s2. Okay, 3d8 4s2, and in that we have to know about the oxidation number of nickel. It means in the outermost shell how many electrons should lose. Okay, so that's why we have to know about the oxidation number. Here you know that you have to learn in your first PUC classes or redox reaction how to calculate the oxidation number. Here this complex is there. How many charge is there? -2. You have to write here -2. If in case there is no charge, you have to write a is equal to 0. Okay, nickel, we have to calculate the oxidation number of nickel. You have to write it as X plus cyanide. The oxidation number of cyanide is -1. Okay, how many numbers are there? Into 4 is equal to -2. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಲ್ವಾ? ಇಲ್ಲಿ -1 ಇದೆ ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೇಷನ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಸಯನೈಡು. ಇಲ್ಲಿ 4 ಆಟಮ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ, ಅದನ್ನು ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಎಕ್ಸ್ -4 ಇಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು -2. -4ನ ಈ ಕಡೆಗೆ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು -2 + 4 is equal to +2. Here the sign is plus. Okay, the sign is plus means loss of electron. If it has a negative sign, it gains a electron. If it gets a positive charge, it loses of a electron. Metal, in your mind you have to know about that. Metal, it means it carries always a positive charge because it loses the electron. Okay, next, how many electrons it lost? 2 electrons in the outermost shell. So this 4s2 electron, it means the presence of 2 electrons in the 4s orbital should be lost. Then nickel is equal to 3d8 4s 0. Okay, this is about the electronic configuration and oxidation number. Next we have to know about the, next we are writing the box type electronic configuration. Okay, the box type electronic configuration is the outermost shell has 3d8 4s0 for nickel, 3d8 4s0. For d orbital there are 5 suborbitals are there, 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, next 4s, 3d 4s. Here I am writing also 4p, 1 2 3. I will tell you later why we are writing a 4p orbital. Here how many electrons are present in d orbitals? 8 electrons. We have to fill the 8 electrons in the suborbitals. First, according to Un's rule of maximum multiplicity, it means all the orbitals should contain 1 electron each. After that the remaining electrons are gets pair up. Did you get it? It means ಇಷ್ಟು 5 ಆರ್ಬಿಟಲಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದೊಂದು ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನು ಫಿಲ್ ಆದಮೇಲೆ ಇನ್ನು ಮಿಕ್ಕಿದ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ನ ನಾವು ಪೇರಪ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗಬೇಕು. ಆಯಿತಾ? ಈಗ 8 ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ, 1 2 3 4 5. The remaining electrons are 3. After that you have to pair up 1 2 3. Okay, there are 2 unpaired electrons are present here. The ligand is, which ligand? Here we are using cyanide. This ligand is strong ligand. Okay, strong ligand. So in the outermost shell, the unpaired electrons are pairing up. The unpaired electrons are paired. Okay, here it means ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಲಿಗ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಅನ್ನುವಂಥದ್ದು ಸಯನೈಡ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಈ ಸಯನೈಡ್ ಅನ್ನುವಂಥದ್ದು ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಂಗ್ ಲಿಗ್ಯಾಂಡು. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ನಾವು ಯಾವ ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಂಗ್ ಲಿಗ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ತೊಗೊಂಡಿರ್ತೀವೋ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಔಟರ್ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಶೆಲ್ಲಲ್ಲಿರುವಂಥ ಅನ್ಪೇರ್ಡ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸು ಪೇರಪ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಅನ್ಪೇರ್ಡ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಇದೆ? 2 ಇದೆ. ಇದು 2 ಏನಾಗುತ್ತಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಪೇರಪ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಆಯಿತಾ? ಹಾಗಾದರೆ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನಿಕ್ ಕಾನ್ಫಿಗರೇಷನ್ ಈಸ್ one 2 3 this is 3d 4s 4p. Okay, next 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Then here why I am telling here why we are using a 4p orbital. In the complex we need a 4 vacant orbitals for bond with the 4 cyanide ligand. So that's why here 1 vacant orbital is there, 2 3 4. So that's why I am writing 4p orbital. How many vacant orbitals are need? 4 vacant orbitals, because to bond with the 4 cyanide ligands. So that's why here how many d orbitals we are taking? 1. D, how many s? 1s. How many p? 2. dsp2 hybrid orbitals. dsp2 hybrid orbitals. Here the d is in the inner. It means first we have writing, so that's why it is inner shell complexes. If in case this D should be in the outer shell, that should be called it as a outer shell complexes. This is all about the DsP2 hybridization. Next we move on to the shape of the complex. Here how many orbitals are vacant? 4 orbitals. Okay, 4 orbitals means this 4 DsP2 hybrid orbitals are bonded with nickel, bonded with cyanide ion. Okay, because this is vacant orbitals. This vacant orbital should be filled by cyanide because it behaves as a Lewis base. It donates a electron pair, not a lone pair of electrons. It donates a electron pair. Okay, next we will move on to the shape of the orbital. This is the shape of the complex nickel CN4 2 minus. Okay, here this is the anionic species. It contains negative charge. Okay, if it gets positive charge, that is cationic species. If there is no charges, neutral species or neutral complexes. Okay, the shape of this complex is square planar. Okay, I am telling you again. This is the year for DsP2 hybridization. We are considering a complex in the central metal atom bonded with the ligand. Here this is the complex. Here cyanide behaves as a Lewis base. Okay, it donates a pair of electron and it makes a bond with nickel. It provides a nickel provide a 4 vacant orbital. We have to know about the outermost electronic configuration. It loses the 2 electrons and this is the outermost shell electronic configuration of nickel. Okay, we need a 4 vacant orbital and this is the shape of the complex. Okay, next we move on to the sp3 hybridization. Next, fourth one is sp3 hybridization. The shape of the molecule is tetrahedral. The shape of the molecule is tetrahedral. Here intermixing of 1s and 3p orbital. Okay, this is the sp3 hybridization and example is formation of SiCl4, silicon tetrachloride. Here they are not giving a complex, only they are giving a molecule compound. It means this silicon provides a how many electrons, how many chlorine atoms are there? 4. So that's why silicon provides a 4 unpaired electron orbital. Do you get it? Here the outermost electronic configuration of silicon is 3s2 3p2. Okay, you have to write the box type electronic configuration here 3s. Next 3p, in that we have 3 suborbital. What are they? px, 3px, 3py, 3pz. Okay, here how many electrons are present in the s orbital? 2 electrons. For p orbital 1 2. Okay, in that you don't write a 2 electrons in the 1 orbital. Okay, you have to write a according to Hund's rule of maximum multiplicity. Okay, and in the excited state this 1 electron should be promoted to the other p orbital because we need a 4 unpaired electrons of orbitals to bond with a 4-chlorine atom. So that's why one of the s3s orbital electron should promote to the p orbital. So we get a 4 unpaired electrons orbital. Okay, 3px, 3py, 3pz. Okay, in that here one s is there. How many p orbitals are there? 3p. So the hybridization is sp3 hybridization. How many orbitals are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 sp3 hybrid orbitals. 4 sp3 hybrid orbitals bonded with 4 chlorine atoms to form 4 sigma bond. Okay, here the hybrid orbitals form only sigma bond. The unhybridized orbital forms pi bond. Okay, then we move on to the structure. Here this is the silicon. Okay, how many orbitals are present in the outermost shell? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, then 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, next chlorine atom. In the chlorine atom, the outermost shell is 3s2, 3p5. 7 electrons are present. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Next, Cl. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Next, another Cl. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Next, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Here this will bond with this chlorine atom, and this with this, and this, and here this will bond with here. Okay, this is the Lewis dot structure of silicon tetrachloride. Okay, the actual structure is silicon, Cl, 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 Cl. Okay, this is the structure of silicon tetrachloride. Okay, and the bond angle is 109 degree 28 minute. Okay, this is all about the sp3 hybridization. This is tetrahedral shape, intermixing of 1s and 3p orbital silicon tetrachloride. In the outermost shell there are 4 electrons, so we need a 4 unpaired hybrid orbitals. These 4 unpaired hybrid orbitals bond with 4 chlorine atom to form 4 sigma bond. This is Lewis dot structure, and this is the actual structure of silicon tetrachloride. The bond angle is 109 degree 28 minute, tetrahedral shape. When the molecule is tetrahedral, the bond angle is always 109 degree 28 minute. Okay, next in the next class we learnt about the sp3 dehybridization and other hybridizations. Okay, Thank you one and all.